Hello and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Elliot. Today we're going to make some chocolate brownies with a bit of a twist. Let's go!
First things first, we need to go through our equipment. So we need an oven, we need hobs, we need a baking tray, we need a saucepan, we need a bowl, we need a sieve, we need a whisk, we need a cutting board, we need a spoon, and we need a knife. Don't throw knives though, that's dangerous. Don't throw knives! Now we need our ingredients, starting with flour, sugar, butter, cocoa powder, eggs, chocolate, various kinds of chocolate there, a dash of milk, as well as whatever tasty treats you want to add into the mix to make it even tastier. For instance, crunchy M&Ms and fudge. Now we need to start measuring our ingredients. We need 110 grams of flour. Unfortunately, I don't have a scale, so we're going to have to just do this by eye. We need about 110 grams of flour, so I'm going to get about 1/10 of this bag into the bowl. There we go, that's about right. I need to sieve that down now and add in my cocoa powder. And there we go. Mix it all up nice and easy, and we'll come to that later. Next, we want to cut up the butter. We want it nice and small, so that way it'll melt easily. We want to put the butter in a pan with the sugar, like so. We also want to prepare our baking tray. So we prepare this by wrapping it in foil and applying a bit of butter to the edges. You can probably use greaseproof paper to do this, but as so often in the show, we don't actually own any greaseproof paper, so we can use foil instead. Final bit of the stage, simply to cut up some of the chocolate to make it easier to melt, as well as anything large that you're going to put into the brownies to make them even tastier, such as this fudge right here. I'm using a mixture of dark and milk chocolate, but to be honest, you can probably use any chocolate, whatever's your favourite. And with that, we can finally start cooking. So the first thing we'll do is prepare our oven by preheating it to 190 degrees. Now we're going to slowly melt the butter and sugar together. Make sure you do this slowly though, otherwise it may burn. Once you have something that looks vaguely like this, you want to add in your chocolate, but not your other ingredients. Now we just want to stir this until it's all melted through. There's a nice, delicious, gloopy, chocolatey mess. That, we now want to add in our eggs to our dry ingredients. We're going to whisk that all together. By now, your chocolate and butter and sugar is about this. We're going to add in our flour and eggs. There we go. Now to make sure all of this is all mixed together very, very smoothly. If it's looking overly thick at all, sometimes it's good to add in just a tiny bit of milk. Mix that in. Eventually, you'll have something that looks like this. At this point, we'll take off the heat and add in any of your extra ingredients. I'm adding in fudge and crunchy M&Ms, because there's nothing better than a crunchy M&M. With that done, just mix it all together, and we want to transfer this into our baking tray. Here. Be very careful when doing this, and don't do anything stupid like film it. Now you want to place it in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes on 190 degrees, and when it comes back, it should be done. If you want to be extra efficient, you can spend this time by washing the pots and enjoying it on. Alternatively, you can spend it with more intellectual pursuits, like watching season 1 of The Wire. There's no joke here, I just really like The Wire. Ooh. There we go. It smells delicious. If it's bubbling, just the fudge coming out of there. So now we need to take this out, let it cool, and we'll go from there. As this cools down, we're just going to try a nice cheeky slice when it's still hot. That is good fudge. Good chocolate brownie. Okay, it's cooled down a bit now, so we're going to take off this foil by flipping this over, then peeling all the foil off. There we go. There's a few gaps in here, which is where it hasn't fully cooled down. These gaps are just kind of where the fudge has melted through. However, wait for that to cool down a bit more, then I can cut it up. There we go, all cooled down and cut up nicely. And with that, we're done. I hope you've enjoyed this video of how to make crunchy Eminem fudge chocolate brownies. They certainly are very tasty, and if you like these videos, make sure you like and subscribe. Oh, and leave a comment as well, they really help. Cool, thank you very much, and see you next time.